I hear Rentrack is going into China.
We're not going into China, we are in China.
Ah,
We're in China in two ways. Number one, in our movie business, we are in, a month ago it was 2,500 theaters. I think now it may be 3,500 theaters. It's amazing how fast we're growing there and how fast the Chinese are building movie theaters. So we're measuring theatrical ticket sales in China. And then second, what we're doing there is setting up a set-top box rating service, which is officially sanctioned by the government. I believe we have around 1 million homes now up and running over there, which seems like a lot, but in China it's not as big as it would be here, but that's rapidly growing, and we're very excited about our opportunities in China.
so in China it sounds like you're providing a rating service within theaters to measure content and ads and other.
No, that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is our core service of providing ticket sales and attendance information. That's the core thing that we provide, and that is in basically a real-time basis with software that sits at the point of sale. So when you buy a ticket, we get that information and then go to the Hollywood executives so they can see virtually in real time their ticket sales across the world, not just in China. We'll be in 50 markets by the end of this year.
And what are you doing in theater in the United States?
We have really two new exciting products in the United States. The first one is Pre-Act. And what that is that's using social media up to a year in advance to understand the appeal of a movie and then tracking it all the way to the release. And that's looking at the level of comment as well as the positive and negative. And the work that we've done so far have been we've been doing it for 2 years, developing the product, has been highly correlated with results in the marketplace. And as an old agency guy who's worked on the movie business, I think it's really important to understand that there really is that period prior to 6 weeks before a movie where there is a lot of activity, but there really isn't any television activity. So to understand what's happening in that period, how the marketplace is reacting, not just from a tracking service perspective, but really how people are talking about the movie. That's very, very important, because then that can help you decide what you need to do in those critical 6 to 4 weeks prior to the movie release. So we're very excited about this product. Our second product, Post-Track, that is in theater real-time interviews about what people think about the movie, their attitude towards the movie, whether they also would rent the movie on DVD or buy a DVD or rent it video on demand, and that allows folks to see the demographics of the movie, which can help in terms of any shifting post-opening weekend. The other thing that we do, shifting in terms of ad dollars, the other thing that we do that's I think unusual or different or unique is that we do it for 2 weekends. It's not just the first weekend, but it's the second weekend, so you can see any shift in comment, because there really is a different audience that is the opening weekend audience versus the second weekend audience. So we've got a couple studios using that. We're excited about that product.
What is the general sample size for Post-Track?
The general sample size for Post-Track is we're in 20 markets, and I believe it's about 1250 is the size.
Can you go into the methodology for Pre-Act?
Pre-Act is using social media, so it's basically scraping and evaluating social media, both in terms of the level of comments about the movies, as well as the positive and negative direction. And that's really all I can say.
Do you use specific portals or sites, Facebook, Twitter?
I don't want to go. We basically are working with a company called Crimson Hexagon, and pardon me.
Can you talk about the methodology for pre-act?
Yeah, pre-act is basically scraping the web for comments. We're working with two companies to help us there do that: Crimson Hexagon and Reactor Research.